A lot of room for improvement skill-wise, but definitely has more potential compared to Bronny. Now, I never thought things would get this bad for Bryce James, but things have just taken a huge turn. Now, of course, Bryce James, you know, the youngest son of LeBron, all eyes are on him to see how he's going to perform and pan out. Is he going to be better than LeBron or Bronny? And really, how overall is he going to compare? Now, Bryce has recently been playing in Nike's AU circuit, where of course there are a ton of people watching. You have college scouts watching to see how these dudes are playing, and a lot of people have been noticing Bryce James only averaging 8 points per game is starting to concern a lot of people. Now, personally, man, when people say 8 points per game, a lot of people are saying Bryce is getting exposed out here just because he's not averaging 20 or 30 points. But this comment summed it up the best, saying, yes, Bryce James is only averaging 8 points per game in Nike UIBL. However, we can't forget that he is already a legit 6'6" prospect with a filled out frame and relatively good strength. A lot of room for improvement skill-wise, but definitely has more potential compared to Bronny. Bro, that's tough, I'm not gonna lie. To be honest, when we look at the two, I think people always say he has more potential just because of his height. And yes, I think Bryce James is just a better shooter overall than Bronny. And when you combine those two, man, you know height. And if Bryce really develops his ball handling and is able to dribble the ball, bro, that is a deadly combo. But I'm going to be honest and say the same thing, man. Number one, of course, man, with the height, he just has a certain level of potential that a lot of other players don't have. And even though he's only averaging less points per game, I'm gonna be honest, man, if you are super tall, a lot of times you don't even have to be as talented as the shorter guys to be able to make it and play successful in college and the NBA. But you won't believe how people are responding online to this controversy. Now, quickly, if you do enjoy these types of videos and want to stay up to date with the latest Bryce James, Bronny, all the hyped hoopers in the basketball scene, feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers and just hit 20,600. So if you do enjoy the type of content, hit the subscribe button now. Now, I'm going to say this, man. People are violating Bryce James, pretty much saying that if he was someone else, not LeBron's kid, he would never have this type of visibility and this type of shine. And I'm going to be honest, man, of course, any other kid that is 6'6", man, you're going to get some looks, but no, you're not going to get the same looks as LeBron. But I hate when people play all these what ifs. At the end of the day, he is LeBron's son, and I think he's playing pretty well. Although only averaging 8 points per game, it's a long-term play. You got to realize that Bryce is one of these guys, and Bron is training his sons to show them the path to make it to the league. Bron already knows and pretty much has probably laid out a path for Bryce and Bronny to follow, and it's all about long-term. Man, you see a ton of these guys phase out pretty much and have their max career in high school where they're averaging 20-30 points, but they really can't transition to the next level because all they've developed is that scoring ability where every other part of their game is weak. And in this case, low-key, it looks like Bryce James has an even game. He plays defense. He can block the ball. It's looking like LeBron when he goes for blocks. His offense is starting to get better. And you see that he works on a majority of his game. He doesn't just focus on scoring. And I think overall, when you're transitioning to college, to the NBA, that type of gameplay is going to work out a lot better for you than just trying to be the main scorer. Because at the end of the day, man, you get to the NBA, you're not going to be that guy on the court. You're probably going to be playing a role to help your team out. And clearly, in my opinion, man, with 6'6", if Bryce can just get a little bit more athletic, get his handle right, bro is going to be a dangerous player. And it's crazy that he's not even ranked yet. And I think it's just going to add motivation and fuel to the fire for him to really develop, get better. And once he gets on that ranking list, man, bro is never going to be off it. I'm not going to lie. Now, in addition to Bryce James playing AU, did you know that we just got an update on the Mikey Williams case? And things are starting to look very weird. So click on the screen for the news now.